Hey everyone, Shannon in here, and I'm going to introduce you to Masthay Studios and the Furnace. They do letterpress, print, and illustrations. See you inside.
I'm Patrick Cody. I work for Lincoln Financial Group, and I'm part of the Quest program for 2020. May had reached out. She attended one of our task force groups, and she asked, hey, we're going to be doing these videos, these virtual tours of, businesses in Hartford and Greater Hartford area. And I said, hey, I think I got an idea for you guys. I work with Kara. Her husband does this really cool art. She has some of the pictures in his work hanging up. And I had asked her when she first started working, I was like, where are all those cool pictures? She's like, oh, my husband is, AJ Masthay. He does this, this incredible art with, the Grateful Dead and stuff. So I connected May, and here we are.
Hi, my name's AJ Masthay. I'm an artist, printmaker, illustrator. Best known for my work in the gig poster world, which is creating commemorative posters for concerts. That's where I've sort of made my mark in the art world. Primarily, my biggest clients are the guys in the Grateful Dead. But I've done stuff for Foo Fighters, Black Sabbath, a bunch of, internationally known bands. I grew up in Southington, Connecticut. I'm a local boy. I didn't really go too far. Like I said, I grew up in Southington. My family's still down there. I went to school at the University of Hartford, the Hartford Art School, as did Kate, my co-worker, class of '97. And ever since, moved into West Hartford and still live here and work here. How did I get in touch with the Grateful Dead? It is a long story. It was something I really never thought would ever happen. It wasn't my plan to. I'm an old Deadhead, obviously. When Jerry died, things sort of shifted in the jam band world over to the Phish scene. I don't know if you're familiar with Phish at all.
Yeah.
Also a big Phish head, as is my wife, and I've been to over 200 Phish shows, and basically I was at a Phish concert in Albany in 1999, the exact date when it clicked, at their merch table, and I saw a print. And it wasn't, back then, concert posters were not a big collectible kind of, it was a little bit, but nothing like it is now. And typically back then, concert posters were just mass-produced lithograph, they were meant to be stuck up on telephone poles and stuff like that, not to be collected. This print was an actual print. And I had just graduated from art school as a printmaker, and it was a block print by another artist named Jim Pollock, who does a lot of stuff for Phish. And I said, that's an actual print. Wait a minute, I'm a printmaker, I like music, maybe I can start. So I did. I started producing what's known as fan art. So in the jam band world, there's what's called Shakedown Street at these concerts, which is basically a hippie flea market that goes on in the parking lots and follows the bands around. You can buy whatever you want there, t-shirts, art, jewelry, whatever. So that's what I started doing. I started producing prints and just going around in the parking lots and selling them. And the next thing I knew, I was selling out prints, and I was just doing it to make a little money to get to the next show. And at this point, I think I was a school photographer, or I was working in restaurants. I was doing all kinds of stuff like everyone does when they get out of college. But the next thing I knew, things started blowing up on the lot scene, and then other bands started seeing my work and started getting in touch about doing official work for them.
Your studio was originally in Hartford before this, right?
My studio was originally in my basement.
Well said, sir.
We actually bought our house because of the basement and my ability to put a printing press down there and actually start all of this. So yeah, it started in the basement. I was down there for a few years. And at that point, I was actually working at the University of Hartford. I was there for over a decade, full time, and doing all of this stuff on the side. And eventually it got to the point where I was literally waking up at 4 in the morning, going in my basement, printing, going to work, coming home, carving plates, running another color, and just doing it over and over. And it became 2 full-time jobs. And it got to the point where something had to give, and I wasn't gonna give this up. So I quit my day job, and the rest is history. What I can say as far as interacting with the studio itself, we do try to host at least 1, if not 2, open studios a year. Those usually take place right around the end of November, early December, around that like Black Friday kind of time. At which point we do open up the studio. We usually have Kate running one of the presses so people can see the process. We generally do like giveaways, like little prints that people can take home with them. And yeah, you know, we have t-shirts, we have sweatshirts, we have hats, we have all kinds of merchandise and stuff for people to buy, along with the prints themselves. So yeah, that's really the best way to sort of interact with the studio in a hands-on, come visit kind of sense. If people want to see more of my work, MastayStudios.com. Definitely the social media, AJ Masthay on Facebook, Instagram. I don't tweet, I stay away from Twitter. But I do live Facebook drawing all the time. That's actually been getting me through this COVID thing myself. When this first started, I had Kate stay home, and she was working from home on her own work, and I was just in here by myself. And I decided to just start live Facebook drawing and just talking and you know, getting comments and trying to have some sort of semblance of interaction with people. And that took off, and I've been really enjoying it. And if you want to see me actually like at work, check me out on Facebook.